guys, welcome to the Zapata Brand Boxing Podcast, brought to you by Ringside. Go to ringside.com/podcast, and you too can get up to 40% off selected brands. Well, it's Cinco de Mayo weekend here, and it is Coach Diz joining me in studio here in Berwick, Pennsylvania. Coach Diz, what's happening?
Nothing. What's going on, man?
Cinco de Mayo, big fight tonight.
Yeah.
A couple things before we get into the fight. The big fight June 1st between Bivol and Better Beef has been called off and postponed. I don't know if they're postponing it till later, but now it seems like it's going to be a little harder to shake up that division, because what's going to happen with David Benavidez, I don't know.
Yep.
But the fight's still on. The 5-on-5 is still on, so that was a big part of that show.
Mm-hmm.
It's still on, so that's a good news. Bad news is, that would have settled a couple things in that division.
Would have opened up a lot,
Could have really
doors and opened up some doors for some people.
Well, it could have actually settled. It could have actually, in a roundabout way, figured out the David Benavidez thing. Because if David would have lost, he could have quickly come back in September, fought Canelo.
Yep.
Provided Canelo wins tonight. So that was a big thing. Second big thing I want to talk about is the Ryan Garcia situation, and then we'll finish up with our picks for the big fight tonight, Canelo versus Mungia. So let's start with Better Beef versus Bivol. That fight off for a little bit. Still, the 5-on-5 is still on, but that was a big fight. I thought that was a fight that had to be made, because it would kind of show where Bivol is and Better Beef.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on those two fighting? And let's say that Benavidez beats his opponent to move on. I forget his name. It's a Russian name. It's really strange. And moves on. Who do you like in that fight between Bivol and Benavidez, and Bivol and Better Beef? And then who would you favor against Benavidez?
I like Bivol in that fight for some reason. I know Benavidez. I like Bivol in that.
Against Better Beef.
Yeah, I like that.
Better Beef is a puncher, though.
I know. But didn't he have issues with allegations back a couple months ago?
Again, allegations, and I'm going to make my point on this whole situation pretty easily in the next couple minutes.
But I just thought that would have been lined up perfectly. I know Canelo wants that rematch.
He does. I mean, he wants that rematch, but he might be getting Better Beef, I think.
You think
if it goes, I think Better Beef is going to knock out Bivol. I have a suspicion he would.
Why do you think that? I
think Better Beef is a strong guy. He's never really been in trouble. He's been knocked down, but he's never been in he's always comes out with something. Now he could be outboxed, but he's always be able to pull. He always pulls it out of his bag of tricks that he has.
I think Bivol's a better boxer.
I think he is, but I think eventually he'll get caught. And I don't think anybody's really felt the power of Better Beef, in that division. Better Beef is a very hard puncher. I saw an interview with George Dakovic and his trainer John Iceman Scully, and he is something else. He is something else. Better Beef. He's a different animal, but Bivol does have good skills, tremendous amateur background.
Yep.
So he could pull it off. I'm not saying he can't, but there is a different animal, Better Beef. He almost seems like one of these guys who's hard to hit, hard to hurt, has determination, and he only has 19 fights. But he's one of these guys who had such a huge amateur background, has seen it all, and I do believe he would win.
Okay.
And I'm not going to get knocked out. But let's get to the news of the week.
Yeah.
Again, another week, another Ryan Garcia issue. I like the Wu-Tang Clan shirt, by the way.
Thank you, man. Throwing it back.
Okay. I just noticed that on the screen. So
look
at that. So here's what my point. I obviously Ryan Garcia was tested positive in his A sample. His B sample has not come back yet.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, it's going to come back positive. Because the test that they are using is a very high level test. Now, allegedly, according to Devin Haney, or someone who knows Devin Haney very well, said he's failed for 3 substances.
Ooh.
Okay.
Would that person be Victor Conte?
No.
Okay.
No. But I'm going to get to that point. I'm going to get to that point too. Here's the problem that I have. I think boxing is like honor amongst thieves. I think a majority of these people are using.
Yeah.
I think they all are. And I think it's just kind of like whoever has the best pharmacy wins. Whoever does not get caught wins. Because you want people to believe that they can do this.
It just doesn't.
I've been around boxing for so long. I've seen it personally, and from people that you wouldn't think would take it. They're all using that Austrian. I've told you that for years.
Yep.
For years, people have been using that for years. I mean, you're talking before COVID, before any of this stuff, and you're like, what the heck? Hold on one second. Diz, talk for a second.
Oh, okay. So, with the Ryan Garcia thing,
Hello. I'll come get you in a minute. Okay. Okay. I'll be there in a minute. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's good. This is going to be a short one. Do you want to pause this?
Yeah.
So I can go get him?
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Well, we're going to take a short break. Well, this is going to be edited out. How about that?
I'll go check the.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
had to pick up Landon from his track meet there in Berwick. It was quick, but it was a little longer than I thought. Yeah. Let's get back to it. We were talking about Ryan Garcia and the thing I was saying. Okay, so my thought process is boxing, and Diz, it's honor amongst thieves. Most of these people are using it, using the. Oh wait, this is on low battery now. Okay.
It's the mic. Your Mac will soon sleep.
Okay, hold on. Can't have that happen.
Nope. All right, so
keep going, Diz.
Well, you know what happened?
Oh, I know.
It unplugged. Yeah. All right. Well, there we go. I hear it. Boom.
Now we're back on.
All right, we're back on.
Back live again.
So you were saying that. Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
So you were saying that boxing's a.
Yeah, it's honor amongst thieves. And I know that, and I've been telling you about Austrian for a long time. Yep. There's a couple other ones that you don't, that I told you about with the LGD 4033, the GW 50, 15, 16. That's the one that, yeah, those are the ones.
The 15, 16?
It's called GW 50, 15, 16. Okay. It is a, they go 501516. That's what they call it. It's a compound. And that one is extremely close to EPO.
Oh, okay. I know EPO.
Which is EPO is the most dangerous anabolic steroid that boxers and endurance athletes use. Austrian is used for, and I had a guy on the other day who is like a chemist, and he was talking to me about the Austrian and what it does. It does make your bones harder. The bone density improves. Wow. Obviously, that would help with punching.
But would that happen over time? Or
well, here's what I also was reading. I was reading a thing about Victor Conte and why. And Victor Conte initially years ago started with the voluntary anti-drug agency, the VADA. Voluntary anti-doping agency. Okay. And he started with them, showed them what to do. And the thing that the catch was, if you're going to catch a thief, why wouldn't you go to a person who is a thief?
Yep.
Right. But the optics of that look bad. Here's a guy who had a horrible reputation, was cheating the system, but his theory was everybody's cheating.
Exactly.
So if I can do it, not get caught, do that. If that's your theory, that's fine. But then you shouldn't be in a testing agency, have anything to do with it. It's like if Pete Rose was doing something with FanDuel.
Yeah.
You'd be like, holy crap, you can't do that. Mm-hmm. Or so it just looks bad. Or if OJ was in,
I was just gonna,
you know what I'm saying? Like if would you trust OJ Simpson in a situation where he was handling knives and crap, and not to think that he would do that again?
Yeah.
It's a situation where if you have to eliminate that person from it, then he's involved with snack. He's around a lot of these high-end athletes with snack, saying, oh, it's all legal stuff. Really? I don't know if it is. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because there's no end in sight here. But nobody tells.
What's the saying? Once a crook, always a crook.
That's what they say. I mean, a leopard never changes spots or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. My thoughts on this is he should be out of boxing. He should not be allowed to be around that.
He shouldn't be in any type of sports.
I don't think he should. Well, especially not boxing. If you look, we all know track athletes are all doing it. I mean, you can't do that. And even when I look at boxing and I'm like, it's the dirtiest of the dirtiest of the dirty. So you're telling me that these people most of them, I'm not going to say they're all using, but most of them are.
I'm going to say all athletes.
Most of them, elite athletes.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that Yannick Noah would test positive for is it Yannick Noah? No, Yannick Noah's the dad.
Joe,
Noah, whatever his name is, Noah.
Yeah.
Would test as a basketball player, would test positive for LGD 4033, which I knew about, and I told you, that's ligand roll. And you're like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, it's been going on in boxing for years. This is underground stuff. And you're always trying to get the next level. You're trying to catch it. Then it was HGH. Then there was the cream. Then it was the cream. Then it was the clear. Then it was this. So they're always trying to get it. If they can find a way where they can maneuver around the timing of the administration and stuff like that, they win because it's in and out of your system, but you already got the benefits. The problem, what I saw was where you find these metabolites is if you're cutting weight, some of these metabolites, this is from Victor Conte, the metabolites stick to they find themselves lodged into these fatty tissues, and then they release when you're cutting weight.
Makes sense.
And that's when it pops up.
Makes sense.
So at some point, he ingested that. There's no question.
Okay,
there's no question.
Do you think he knew?
It doesn't matter. It is in his body.
Yes.
You are the steward of you are the commander of your ship.
Yep.
That's why I find it difficult to say you can blame whoever you want. Ultimately, it's going to be Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia said I barely take supplements.
Then he had
but that company came out and said he's full of crap. So he's full of crap. Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they threw a lawsuit at him. Because you're telling someone's company that'd be like them saying to you, in your sesame bagels, I tested positive.
Yeah.
For what? Oh, there's something in it. I would sue them immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. But this is the problem where you're not going to say nothing because you're on it, you're on it, and I know who it is. When you have a guy like that Mimo guy who was in the corner of Marquez when he was ready to fight, I mean, that raises a ton of questions.
Yep.
Alex Ariza in the corner of Manny Pacquiao, it raises a ton of questions because everybody in boxing knows. They all know. I'm a low-level guy, and I know what goes on.
Yep.
I know someone who's a two-time world champion. I know.
So let me ask you this.
Do
you think so everybody knows?
Yeah.
Do you think that they're like hating on Garcia because how he was like pushing everybody's buttons, and then the test came out, and then they're like, you know what, let's just get him.
Well, I think Vades is very reputable.
Okay.
I don't think they would ever do that to risk their reputation.
Okay.
But the optics of having someone like Victor Conte as someone who made the system, who all of a sudden was turning good, and he's going to do good for everybody. No way. The optics look bad.
Okay.
They look bad. Now, if they said to him, hey, you're going to go to jail for 60 years unless you tell us what's going on here, different story. He didn't. He did his however months he did.
Yeah.
I think he did 18 months or something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I think around there I heard. And then he's out. So what?
So going
because you remember, he popped right back up. And he was in
Shane Mosley, right?
Shane Mosley, look at that. Why? Remember I told this on the podcast one time, every time a guy like a Lance Armstrong, all this good feel good story happens, something always happens.
Yep.
Where they pop for steroids, or they were cheating somehow, always something. Margarito with the hand wraps, this guy with cheating on steroids.
Pacquiao,
allegedly Pacquiao. Goes from
Alex Rodriguez.
He's breaking records, and all of a sudden, whoops, Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire. So now here's the other thing. Look at this too. Why I say honor amongst thieves. Ken Caminiti put on 30 pounds of muscle in the offseason, right?
Yep.
I knew, and I was a kid. I'm like, he's using something. There's no way. You just don't do it. It doesn't happen. Brady Anderson. 15 home runs, and then he hits 50. Impossible. Doesn't happen.
Yep.
This is who you could tell wasn't using steroids. Ken Griffey Jr. 20 home runs, 30, 40, 45, 10.
Yep. And every year you saw his weight went up a little bit. He looked
he looks older and whatever. Yep. And then when you drop like that, and that always happened in like the 80s.
Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter never across the board. He had 1 or 2 years where he had a good, he was a little bit heavier, maybe popped off a few home runs. Maybe the ball was a little juiced. You know what I'm saying? Like the ball would travel a little bit further. But every single athlete that's out there, it's on the elite. Jason Giambi.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So I think they know it. They know it, but it's entertainment and it's money.
But do you think, if someone pushes the button too much to the media and stuff like that, they're like, you know what, we're going to go after him, like Bonds.
Go after him? What do you mean?
Like, just make sure if anything comes out, they're going to throw it out.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
if you put, because they all hated Bonds.
Oh, I think they do. If you want to flip that light,
Sure.
you know what I'm going to do? No, that's not some bad light. That's not bad light. But I think in general,
how he was playing, I'm drinking on stage with the way, and then it popped off. You know, we're going after
yeah. I mean, I mean, where I think people were digging.
Okay,
I think people were digging.
That's the thing.
Because
were they shaking trees?
Well, you got to remember, Victor Conte has a relationship with Devin Haney.
That's what I'm saying.
But again, I don't think Votto would do that. But I think they would say, hey, you might want to check this. You might want to check that. I think they got all the advantages. The second you involve Victor Conte in anything, I'm telling you, I mean, I'm not being derogatory towards him, but just the optics look bad.
I'll tell you that, smart man.
Oh, he's extremely smart. I was watching his videos as I was coming in. The document. He's an incredibly smart guy.
Mm-hmm.
Knows exactly what to do, when to do it. Marion Jones, how incredible she was.
Yep.
A couple of the other guys that were around him, and just incredibly great athletes. But again, they cheated the system. But I think in order to compete on that level, they're going to have to do something.
Yep.
I just think they do.
So let me ask, what do you think? Because you did say that New York has a strict.
Oh, they have a strict.
Would they give him like a slap on the hand? Like not a slap on the hand.
Oh, no.
Maybe 6 months.
He's getting 2 years.
2 years?
I think they're getting him 2 years.
Wow.
2 years. I think they're going to make an
weight,
example.
The weight too?
Well, he basically spit in their face, didn't make the weight, and then tested positive for 3 banned substance.
Well,
3.
We know 2, right?
There's. The guy said 3.
Okay.
The guy said 3. Oh. And the other one, the middle one,
yeah,
Nanodrol.
He has to inject.
You have to put that. You can. The guy told me. The chemist said, I've never heard of someone testing positive for that didn't inject.
You know who she got on here?
Who?
Charles Sonnen.
Charles Sonnen. He was in the live chat with Kevin Ioli that we had. Kevin Ioli had a live chat yesterday at kevinioli.com. He's got a YouTube channel.
President of my fan club.
President of the Coach Diz fan club here. I have no idea where that's coming from, but that's fine. Evidently, Canelo Alvarez knows Coach Diz and not me, even though my name is on the show. But whatever, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, even let's talk about Canelo. Canelo, he tests positive for him.
And I'll be honest with you. Did you see De La Hoya's shirt?
It's hilarious. Hilarious. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Yeah, let's go right into
Okay. Hold on for 1 second. I'm going to press pause on this for 1 second, split second, because that's okay. So now we got the light on.
Yeah, so
better lighting. But let's talk about that press conference. That was wild.
Yeah.
Okay. So 2 things here. The first thing was.
Yep.
What's about you? Right?
No, yeah. You're on my
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
The first thing is when he popped off. Well, I knew this was coming. I didn't think it'd get that wild, but because Canelo was pissed.
When De La Hoya walks up and takes out a little letter, something
wild's gonna get pop off. Now, here was a funny thing, though. Here was funny. When this was all going through, De La Hoya did this to Devin Haney, got in Devin Haney's head.
Oh, with Garcia.
With Garcia, when he fought. No, who was it?
Tank.
No. What I'm saying is Ryan Garcia got in Devin Haney's head.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like this is all mixed up. And he kept saying, "Oh, he's in his head. And now Ryan Garcia, now De La Hoya turns the tables here on Canelo. Canelo was so pissed.
Yeah, I've never seen Canelo.
When he got up, I thought for sure they were going to go at it. I said, "Oh man, this is going to be good."
Yep.
I know he was sitting there like, "What the hell?
Yep.
These two are going out of here." That was close. That was very close to popping off. I saw Dan Rayfield was like, "Oh boy, this might get ugly." Now, De La Hoya right now, he get his brakes beat off, but at 154 in their primes, that'd be close. 47, I favor De La Hoya, but 54, that's close. 68, Canelo wins.
54 and up, I think Canelo wins.
I don't think 54. You got De La Hoya was unbelievable.
I know.
Now, Canelo has De La Hoya before all this PBC, when HBO and Showtime would just ran it, and Aram King, and they fought everybody.
Yeah.
Man, look at his resume. He fought everybody from Trinidad on down. Vargas, Mayweather. He almost beat Mayweather. Mayweather beat the daylights out of Canelo, although Canelo was only 23 years old. Man, he beat the daylights out of Canelo. De La Hoya was close. No, De La Hoya was close. De La Hoya's problem was he got away from the jab.
Yes.
Fred Roach said he got away from the jab. He was winning the first few rounds. Now, people say, well, he was downloading his stuff. No, he got away from the jab and didn't look good. That was a pretty competitive fight if you look at it. Very competitive. But look at all the people that he fought. Unbelievable amount of people.
Who? De La Hoya.
De La Hoya fought. And Canelo fought everybody too, but at a higher weight.
Yeah.
Higher weight, yes. But at 47 to 54, man,
he fought a lot.
At 47, I think De La Hoya wins.
Yeah, 47.
I think he wins.
Yeah.
Because at 47, I look at what they've done at 47, not as much Canelo, but 54, it's close. Anything above 54, I think Canelo wins. Tremendous, but that press conference was phenomenal.
Then he came in with the shirt.
He came in with the shirt, eat more meat. Now,
ironically, that same day.
Yeah, well, that could have been a ploy. To distract, like the government does.
Yep.
Tries to distract you, and they got something going over here, but this is the real stuff over here.
Maybe
stuff like that. So it could have been distraction.
Yeah, makes sense. It's funny, you don't hear Bernard Hopkins talking. He was all that talk about Ryan Garcia and all this after the fight. Now he's not even talking.
Oh, he's nowhere to be found. Nowhere
jumping around, this and that.
I think he's disappointed because Bernard never took anything.
He's clean.
He never took anything.
Doesn't eat meat.
Doesn't eat red meat. Has had sugar. Doesn't eat sugar.
Yeah.
Sodas. Has never drank soda.
Sounds like me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Look how much weight you lost. 40-some pounds.
Yeah, 45.
45 pounds, and from mostly not drinking soda, which is the worst possible thing for you. And again, I don't think he's. I think he's disappointed.
Yeah,
Bernard, because they put all their eggs in his basket there to beat Haney, and I think they wanted it fair and square, and I don't think it was. I think number one, he did test positive, so there is no question about it. No question that those substances are in his body.
Wow.
He claims he doesn't know, or he claims that this one medication, not true. There's no way. There's no way that stuff gets in your body. You're not going to let me believe that. But now it's not alleged. It's in his system.
So now, going with Canelo, he had how many tests?
He had 2 pop tests. One of them, the sample B, came back clean.
Oh,
okay. That happened to Alexander Povetkin too. Came back clean. The second one. This is not coming, but it was a different test. There was some weird test that Kevin Ioli said they used. This one said 100% that's going to come back the same.
So going into this fight, I mean, let's
go right into the fight here because we are running short on time.
I'm press for 15.
So let's real quickly here go into the fight. I'm going to start with what you think. Number one, don't give me the pick yet. What are the keys to victory for Mungia, if any?
Oof.
And what do you expect Canelo to do? So what can Mungia?
I would say the keys for Mungia would be
Mungia,
whatever. Mungia would be just put pressure on him. He's young. He has to stay busy. He's never been knocked down. I just said that.
What?
He's never been knocked down.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
No, here we go. This is going to be a meme coming up. Coach Rich will be putting something together quick.
Oh, boy. But, he's what is his record?
42-0.
42-0.
31 knockouts
okay,
or 32 knockouts?
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I just, he's younger. He's just going to have to stay busy. But I really don't see a chance of him beating Canelo. His defense is just slacking big time.
So what do you say if it was possible at all, you would look like if he did win, it would be because he did what?
Didn't get caught. No, I would. I really don't see a chance of him winning. Even I don't see a chance. I thought he had like 21. I thought he was 24 knockouts. But he just has
34 knockouts.
Oh, 34. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
He hasn't really fought anybody, really.
That Duranchenko fight was unbelievable, but that's what I think he grew from that fight.
Yeah.
There's a guy, a subscriber, his name is David. I think it's Kadena. and he comments. He said, and he's usually right on. His points are right on.
Yep.
And he had said that Mungia grew from that fight, and he proved it when he fought John Ryder.
Yep.
And he did. I think John Ryder was on the back end, though. I think he was slipping a little bit.
But again, all these people, Canelo's just on a different level. I think this is, a fight that Canelo will probably take to like the 8th, 9th round, and I see a body shot. I see him going down with a body shot.
Okay. And that would, so now what is your pick?
Canelo 9th round body shot.
Canelo 9th round body shot. I'm gonna write this here just because for tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try to go live tonight. Do a play-by-play.
Okay.
And hopefully I can do it. I'm not sure. But let me tell you what I think. And Jaime Mungia, if he's going to win, I think he has to jump out early. The problem with that is he's going to be open. He's wide open. The Durachenko fight, as you guys saw, he gets hurt. He's a Mexican warrior. He fights. He just comes to fight. He gets hit. He's been wobbled a bunch. Canelo's only been wobbled one time by Jose Cotto. Miguel Cotto's brother, and he was 19.
I'll say yes. He
wobbled.
was. Yes, he was wobbled.
He was wobbled really bad.
I remember that.
Really bad. So my point being is Mungia, if he's going to win, it has to be early, and it has to come right out of the gate. But he's taking a huge risk. So is Freddie Roach's game plan going to be, okay, we might not win this long term. Let's roll the dice and go. And if you roll the dice and go, get on him, try to get him out. I don't think he's never been knocked out. Canelo's never been to the ground, to the canvas. I don't think Jaime Mungia is the guy who can do it.
No.
So unless you were better beef, if Bivol ain't knocking you,
Bivol didn't knock him
down. I mean, if Bivol ain't knocking you down, the Crusher ain't knocking you down. I don't think Jaime Mungia is knocking you down. Now he does have a high percentage rate of knockouts, but I just don't feel that that's the guy who's going to do that thing. Now, I always make bad picks.
Yeah.
I am going to say I think Mungia is going to upset the apple cart tonight. Only because let me rephrase that. Okay. I picked that the other day with Kevin. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I may have switched here because now that I'm thinking about it, that press conference got him pissed. Really, really pissed.
Yeah.
I think Canelo got really pissed. It could either be good or it could be bad. If Canelo comes out there and says, screw this, I'm going to punish this guy from round 1 to 12.
It's not
I think Canelo wins. But if he's pissed and he says, I'm going to knock this guy out in the first round, he could get caught. Not to say he'd be knocked out, but I think that could be where he gets caught, and it builds momentum for Mungia. Canelo tends to tire. Mungia's a lot younger.
As of recently, he's
tires at the end.
Yes.
Not a good thing for a young fighter. That could be a problem for him. That could be a big problem for him. My pick is Jaime Mungia to upset the apple cart.
Now, how? Like split, unanimous, knockout? What?
He's not getting a decision in Vegas.
So you're saying he's not?
I think he has to knock him out. Now, whether it happens or not, I don't know. Something just go out.
Yeah. The light above us.
Oh, I'm wondering.
That's the clue.
What?
That's the clue.
That's the clue. We got to wrap this up. But okay, so I'm going with Mungia.
Oh, you better write that down.
I'm gonna write it down. Mungia
knockout.
I'm gonna go TKO.
What?
Like a stoppage, whether it be on cuts or something like that. Something crazy there.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I think that this might be the one that upsets everything.
Okay.
Whether I see something different, no. And I've bet against Canelo a bunch of times. So what the hell? Go the other way. I'm doing the George Costanza. Go the opposite of everything. I love the way they fight. I think it's going to be an exciting fight as long as it lasts. Why I'm picking Mungia, I have no idea, but I'm leaning towards youth and all that stuff to finally catch up with Canelo Alvarez tonight. Whether it happens or not, hey, I'm going to look like a genius tomorrow morning, ain't I? If it comes through. But if I'm not, I'm going to look like a fool that I am.
Yep. Well, no, I mean,
come on. That's who I am here. But other than that, let's wrap this up. It was just a real brief boxing and bagels segment because we have a lot of stuff going on today.
Yep.
But the good news is the schools are wrapping up. They'll be done. We'll be able to do this more.
Yep.
I'll be able to do more lives. I'm trying to get George Djokovic and Percy Crawford on. It's just been really busy with the stuff here at with the schools. Like I told you last week, we've lost one of our bigger accounts. We got to work on that to see what's going on. If they're going to take us to a different account, different companies taking over, they may take us or not. So it lifts up a lot of pressure from us. But we'd still like to deal with that company.
Yeah.
So, hopefully it'll keep us busy for the next, 25 years.
Trying to go on live with Kevin Iole.
We're going to try to get live with Kevin Iole. I want to try to make it a consistent day that we go live, so you guys can kind of let us know what day it is. I don't know. Put it in the comments what day is good, what times. We don't know. We have a lot of people that are overseas in the UK that are subscribers and watch our content. And again, like and subscribe to the channel if you can. It helps the channel, gets us the big guests that we need. We're working on two really big guests. And hopefully we can get that on in the next couple of weeks. But as soon as stuff breaks, we have a couple really big fights coming up. Tyson Fury's coming up.
Yep.
A ton of the Crawford fight that I was going to say, the Riyadh season is opening up. It's going to be a nice little stretch here for boxing in the UFC. So,
and then hopefully once we get back, we'll know the pay-per-view numbers for everything.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the pay-per-view buys are going to be for all these things. But I mean, we never know. But Coach Diz, if that's it,
yeah, that's
anything to say? Let's wrap this up. You're going to head back up to Williamsport. I will be here tomorrow morning. I'm going to do a quick update in the morning to what happens. I'm going to try to go live tonight for a watch along if I can. I'm not sure because I am tired right now.
Yeah.
But if I can, I will. But I do have to go to dinner tonight. So if I can, I will. So just be aware, no alerts there on your YouTube of the community page. I will put it out there on my Facebook and my Instagram and my Twitter and TikTok. I will put it on there. Follow us online at Facebook. Go to our sponsor. Our sponsor, as always, as you know, is Ringside. Go to ringside.com/podcast. 40% off on that page. That's good for the young amateurs that are just coming up that don't have much money. It's good for the gyms. They can buy whatever they want there. And it's 40% off. That is a phenomenal deal. So, as always, as I wrap things up, Coach Diz, I will see you later. But don't be envious of what I've accomplished in my life. Be inspired what you can do in yours. We will see you next week with all the results.
Thanks for watching the Zapata Brand Podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and listen where all podcasts are available.